Hi guys, and welcome to day 7. So today I'm talking about 3 ways to stop, but I really think minimize interruption while working from home. Oh, this is a tough one. You probably listened to day 6 where I think you could hear my son singing downstairs and howling. So firstly, it's to be kind to yourself. Especially in these conditions, these videos might last a lifetime. I'm sure they will on the World Wide Web. But I'm currently recording this while we are really thick in the midst of COVID-19. So the whole world is put on notice to work and school from home. We are literally living a completely different paradigm. So I guess this topic, this conversation is really fitting. But I also want to be a realist. Most of us are trialing this out for the first time. I mean, I've been working from home for years now. Not just from home. I mean, I work from cafes, I work from pubs, but when it's out of office. I work from the beach sometimes. This is how I did when I took some time off, from client work. I would work anywhere that would allow me to cultivate, a really open, creative space. But then also that gave me flexibility because I am the kind of person that really needs openness to do her work. So for some people, this is brand new. Some people, and we have been built and been taught to follow structure. From as little as going to kindergarten, we have the structure. It starts at 8, finishes at 6 for some of us. And similarly, we've carried that on into the work life. So to now be expected to work from home and to be productive and efficient, especially if you have responsibility, whether that's pets, kids, parents, aunties, whatever, it's a completely new paradigm for most people. So like I said, I want to go back and ask you to be kind to yourself. Because if you listen to my day 3 where I talk about productivity, there are a couple of things that you can do to maximize and to minimize the interruptions. The first one I want to talk about, I borrowed from one of the people I follow and admire, who's Abraham Hicks, and it's called segment intending. Now, segment intending means you almost break your day up. Sometimes when we go into work, especially for me, if I'm doing work for a client in the infrastructure space, it's very structured. You kind of know your meetings are going to happen between 10 and 3, and your day can completely change based on demands of the business or your team members. I'm suggesting if you're working from home, really be intentional. Segment intending is being intentional on how each segment of your day is going to run. Now, depending on your personality, you also want to decide if you're going to be highly prescriptive or not. So for instance, tomorrow I'm going to have my kids at home and I'm going to be working on, trying to make sure that they are doing their home assignments and at the same time I'm doing my work. But then this now brings me onto my next section, which is actually bringing up 3 things. Now I say 3 seems to be my magic number, mainly because I'm not going to remember anything past 3. But you want to think about 3 things as a minimum you want to achieve that day. Whether it's to have a meeting with X, Y, and Z from HR, or whether it's to contact the cleaner to make sure that all those hotel rooms that need to be done is up to scratch. Have at least 3 things that if you achieved, if you ticked, you would feel like you've had a really successful day. Okay, I just had to look up my last point. And then the last thing you want to do, which is most important, is pivot. It seems to be my favorite word of all time. And so, hold on one second. My son's come upstairs. Levi? Yeah? I'm recording. Can you wait for me downstairs, please? Thank you. Okay, I promise you I didn't even plan that. But the minute he hears me speaking, he wants to come upstairs. And that's okay. Pivot. I want you to pivot. And pivot means being flexible. Pivot means managing your emotions to make your circumstance work for you. In neuro-linguistic programming, they say the most flexible person is the person that controls their environment. If I decided, because my son had come upstairs, that I was going to stop this recording, start from scratch, then I've kind of wasted the whole flow of where I'm going. Now I'm going to pivot. Are some of you going to judge me that I got interrupted by my son? Maybe. What's my focus? What's my segment intention? My segment intention is to serve you by trying to give you different ways in which you can minimize interruptions in your working day. So let's recap. Number 1, segment intending. Figure out, even if it's blocks, or if you want to go, per hour of what you want to do in your day and be realistic. Second, set 3 KPIs, key performance indicators. You can tell the industry I'm in, which is 3 tasks you want to achieve, that if you actually achieved it by the end of the day, you would be winning. And last, pivot. Be flexible, be prepared for things to change and be okay with that as long as you're being productive. Okay, enough from me. This was a long one. I wanted to get it out. Love and light, and see you tomorrow. Bye for now.